Kelly, do you just want to share who you are, where you're from, what you do, and why you decided to start coaching?
Sure. Okay. Hello, I'm Kelly. I live in Dayton, Ohio. I am a full-time physician assistant. I work in the emergency room, so my schedule's pretty crazy, but making it work. And so I've been doing that since November. So still getting started with that, but really enjoying it. And then recently got back into working out and stuff back in the fall after herniating a disc in my back. And so found these programs, fell in love with them, and then kind of been in touch with Sierra since the summer or so. And really just found that coaching seemed like a good opportunity to really delve into my faith more and to be brave and kind of jump out and kind of put myself out of my comfort zone and help other women and be an encouragement. So that's where I'm at.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
Stephanie, where you're from, what you do, and why you decided to start coaching.
Okay, I'm Stephanie. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I'm a stay-at-home mom full-time, so I'm always at home with my little son who's 4 months old. And I started on this journey because postpartum, I couldn't get to the gym like ever. And so I really wanted to get back into getting into shape. And then I also felt like there was something missing in my life. Like being a stay-at-home mom can be very isolating. If you don't, kind of put yourself out there, and then finding this community of women, I was just like, this is perfect. It combines two things that I really need in my life, getting healthy again, and then also finding that community that I can relate
to. Yay! So glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. Are there any other new coaches who would like to introduce themselves?
I'm Carrie Smith. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. I signed up under Kate, and Kate and my daughter danced together at a studio in Ankeny. So I've known Kate since she was a little bitty girl, pretty much, kind of off and on. But I'm an empty nester now. My daughter's at college, and so it's been a really long time since I've taken care of myself. And I kind of figured that there's probably a lot of other women out there that aren't young and on Instagram a ton that, could benefit from doing that stuff too. So that's kind of what prompted me to reach out and get involved.
Yay, love it. Thanks for being here. We're happy to have all three of you guys on the team. So we're going to jump.
Wait.
Oh, yes, please.
Hi, my name's Lorraine, and I just signed up under Bree. I'm from we live in Waterloo, Iowa right now, and I'm also a stay-at-home mom, and I work part-time as a nurse on the night shift. So kind of doing both, but really excited.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Yay! Thank you for saying something.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else? Okay, cool. I don't have a fancy slideshow tonight, but I've got the words. So tonight we're talking about how to run fun, effective, interactive challenge groups / boot camps / accountability groups, whatever you want to call them. And first off, I just want to say there's no right or wrong way to run a group. There's many different ways that people run, coaches run these differently. They do different things. So like you'll probably get a lot of ideas tonight, but don't feel like you have to take all of them and completely change what you're doing right now. So my goal for you tonight is to listen to some tips or ideas that I give you, take 2 ideas and then implement them. So don't take all 10 ideas, take 2 ideas and try and implement them. Okay, so first and foremost, we have a lot of new coaches here. So the first thing you need to do is you need to decide what program you're going to do. Now, I myself, I'm running a group right now we've got bar blend going on and the work going on. And I'm thinking ahead to the future. We've got a new program launching It's available for purchase April 6th. It's by Joel Freeman. It's that boxing, shadow boxing program. So I know that it's available for purchase for customers on April 6th. And then I'm pretty sure the whole program isn't released until like April 20 something, 21st, I think. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, so if I'm not starting that it's called 10 rounds is the program. If I'm not starting a challenge group for 10 rounds till April 21st, then that means I have the whole month of March. Oh, thank you. It's the 20th. I have the whole month of March and then a little bit of April to run a group, and it's up to you. You can do whatever program you want. You could do Transform 20, you could do Shift Shop, you can do 21 Day Fix, or I might do like a mashup calendar because I want to do a little bit of a bunch of different programs. And so I might create my own calendar where the first week of March, I'm doing Sean Week. And then the second week, I might do Week of Hard Labor. And then the third week, I might do 8-a-day obsession. So literally, it is up to you. This is your business. You get to run your groups however you want to run them. And I personally, I like doing hybrid calendars. So I think I'm going to create a hybrid calendar for March. So step number 1 is have a plan of attack, know what program you want to do, and pick a date on the calendar and know when's the start date and when's the end date so that you can be ready to start promoting 10 rounds in March and start hyping your girls up for 10 rounds so that by the time April comes around, they're excited for 10 rounds. They know what 10 rounds is going to be. They know when it's going to be available, and you can be ready to start a new group or prep week even around that mid-April time. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So another thing is when you're getting ready to start a group, so I'm getting ready to start a group March 1st, I usually start sharing about it on my Instagram stories about a week and a half beforehand. So today is February 19th, and so I gave myself about 10 days to share about my upcoming group. So I'm going to be, every once in a while, I'm going to be sharing about it on my stories publicly. I'm going to be giving people an opportunity to reach out to me and ask me questions about my upcoming March group. I'm going to be sharing details about the type of program we're going to be doing, details about our online accountability group. So if you don't watch my stories, like, just go watch them tonight, because I talked to the screen, I shared about it verbally, I showed my excitement, and then I showed my own personal before and afters of what these programs have done for me. And people freaking love before and after photos. So if you don't have one, feel free to use my photos. Feel free to use any other coach in this group's before and after photos, because they're legit. And we want to show people what our programs can do for them. And I also mentioned how we have meal plans and nutrition programs available as well. So about 10 days ahead, I start talking about my upcoming group. Okay, so once you sign a customer, then what? I personally, this is a new idea. I haven't really done this before, but this is something we learned at NLC, is as soon as you sign a customer, whether it's just BOD or a challenge pack, she had the idea of sending a voice memo, so a voice text message saying basically congrats. So this person has just trusted you with an investment of around $160. You want to help build this bridge of relationship with that person who just trusted you and invested their time in a challenge pack, by saying, I am so excited that you joined our group. I really am excited to see how this program benefits you. Like, I'm going to be sending you a welcome email soon. I'm going to be adding you to my group. Just kind of like, just say hi. I'm excited for you. Short and sweet little voice message to help them hear your excitement and feel a little bit more connected to you because you are their coach. So that's idea number one. Send a voice text, a voice message as soon as you sign a challenger. Okay, if you are one of my coaches, and maybe you signed up as a client first, when you signed up as a client, I sent you a new a client guide. Basically, it's a welcome email that says, so excited that you're joining my online accountability group. Please check out the attached document, which I think I'll look that up and show you guys what that entails. Sorry, this is kind of leading up to the challenge group. But it walks them through what they should expect and how to get ready to start their first program. Of course, I can't find it in my, I think it's shared in the files tab of our team page, but basically what that document says is, like, take your before and after photos, take your measurements, throw out, or pantry raid, so throw out the junk food of your house and look over this meal plan, is basically like what it says. So, and that again is like helping a customer like get their feet on the ground to get ready to start their program. You could also, and one of the steps in that document that I send walks them through Beachbody on Demand, or like how to download the app to their phone, so that they can start kind of browsing through the app and getting familiar with it. So we've shared about our upcoming group. We're signing new customers. Now you need to decide, what platform are you going to be running your group on? Are you going to use Facebook, or are you going to use the Challenge Tracker app? Now, I will have you know that a lot of us are using Facebook right now. I've always used Facebook, but in April, Beachbody has been working on a technology database app website system called BOD Groups, where right now it's kind of confusing. We've got beachbodyondemand.com, we've got teambeachbody.com, we've got the coach website, we've got Share a Cart, and there's all these different websites, and we're just like all over the place, and it's kind of confusing. They're taking all of those platforms and they're meshing it into one app, and it's going to be called BOD Groups. An awesome thing about this is when a customer purchases Beachbody on Demand, they have their phone, they open Beachbody on Demand app, and it takes them to the programs. It will pop up and say, "Hi, Susie, Kelly is your coach. Kelly is running a group starting March 1st, and they will be able to click on that group, and it will take them to Kelly's challenge group, and they will be able to automatically add themselves right there off of the Beachbody on Demand app." So that's really nice for it's basically like saves us one step. They can basically go in and add themselves. And it's also nice if you've had customers from like a year or 2 years ago who might have fallen off the face of the earth, but they still have a Beachbody on Demand account. They can see, oh, I signed up with Sierra 2 years ago. I haven't talked to her in a while, but look, she's running a challenge group. I can go add myself to it. So that's going to be a really big plus. And therefore, if you are a new coach or you're getting ready to start another group for March, I would consider starting to move from Facebook over to the Challenge Tracker app, because BOD Groups is going to utilize that. So if you're somebody who's been using Facebook, I've been using Facebook for 3 years, I would highly consider start transferring over to the Challenge Tracker app. So if you don't know what that is, log into your coach office. You can go to Grow My Business, Challenge Group Tools, and then click Challenge Tracker. And within that, there are tutorials on how to set up your challenge group using the app. So keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, so when I was a new coach, I used to create, again, I've always used Facebook. I used to create a new Facebook group for basically every time I ran a new challenge, or like every month I ran a new challenge. And that worked for me for a while, but I found that the longer I was a coach and the more customers I added, when I would move from my April group to my May group, or my April group to my June group, there was always customers that fell through the cracks. I lost touch with people. For example, I created a new group from 2019 to 2020. I had like 180 customers in my 2019 group. When I started a new Facebook group, I lost 80 people just like that. I had like 100 people in my 2020 group. And I'm like, where did those 80 people go? Like, I don't know. So like, there is a reason why I'm going to start reflecting on how I run my groups. And therefore, I think I might just run one big group for 2020 instead of every single month creating a new group. Because one, that's more work for ourselves to create a new group for every month. It's just more work to transfer people over and hope that people don't get lost. So simplify it for yourself. Maybe just do one group. Besides the fact, if there's like new program launches in the air, I might consider creating a new group for the new program launches. But in general, I would suggest just keeping it as simple as possible and just have one big group. And when you're ready to run a new program, you can create a new graphic for your header. You can rename the group. Like, maybe you had a New Year's resolution title and now we're getting closer to summer. So now you can retitle your group like Summer Slimmin' or who knows what. But Facebook will let you retitle your name. You can update the cover photo and you can still rebrand it without creating a completely new group. So saves you time and it avoids people getting lost through the cracks. Okay. So also, if you're using the Challenge Tracker app, you can set a start date and an end date. And I think you can make that a pretty big gap, and you can always extend that date. So Kate would be kind of the pro on that because she used the tracker app. Kate, do you have any?
You can set the date for sure. I've always just created a new group though, so I don't know how far out it can go.
Okay.
But I know there's coaches that have said they use it, but they still only create like one big group for the year. So there's got to be a way.
Kaylee?
Or maybe
I have one group, and you can just keep extending it for as long as you want.
Okay. So that's good to know. All right. So meat of the call is, how do I keep my challenge groups from getting stale? How do I keep them exciting? How do I keep people engaged? And if you're a new coach and you're new to running groups, just know that if your group is quiet in the beginning, that is totally normal. And the more you post to the group, they'll eventually start becoming more comfortable with the idea of posting their photos and commenting. It just might take a little bit of time. And it might also take you individually messaging them. Like, I'll have people send me individually in a message like that they got their workout done. And so I'll be like, that's great. Like, you should post your picture to the page so that other people can see that you got it done too. And other people will be encouraged that other girls are getting the work done. So you might have to individually message that person to post it in the page. And it might take a little bit of encouragement. You can also every once in a while when I feel like somebody started out strong and then I haven't seen them post in the group for a while, I will call them out on the page. And like I did a random shout out last week of 4 different girls who I hadn't seen post in a while, and I tagged them in my status. I said, hey, I haven't seen Kelly, Kylie, and blah, blah, blah post in a while. I challenge you to get your workout done and post within the next 24 hours. And all of them showed up. So you're the boss, you're the coach. And if you want to call somebody out, like, they signed up for that. They signed up to be held accountable. So have fun with it, call them out, and that's just another way to get a little bit of engagement. So here are some fun ideas to use throughout the week for content on posting. And again, this is how I've always kind of done it. And then I'll share another way at the end. So Mondays, you could do Mindset Monday. So when I always go to Pinterest and I type in mindset motivation or motivation Monday, and Pinterest will give me all these cute little graphics, and I can save them to my phone, I can upload them to the group, and I can share something inspiring that has something to do with the quote from the Pinterest page. Like, it doesn't have to be rocket science, but I kind of live on Pinterest for my content. So Mindset Monday, you can do Tasty Tuesday, where you, the challenge of the day is maybe you make a little fun graphic on Word Swag or Canva, and you put Tasty Tuesday, you post it to the group and be like, hey guys, today's challenge is to comment below with your favorite healthy recipe. So that gives people an opportunity to comment below, share one of their favorite healthy hacks, or and again, it's just it's fun for other customers to see other customers engage. So we're looking for ways to get people to engage and involve themselves with the page. So Tasty Tuesday is a good one. Women Crush Wednesday. I love this one. And I recently started creating graphics for a challenger of the week. So I usually will pay attention to who's been participating a lot over the last week or so, and I will go sneak a picture from their profile. I'll put together a cute little graphic with their photo, their name, and it says Challenger of the Week. And I post that to the page, and usually I do it on Wednesdays because Women Crush Wednesdays. You could also do it on a Saturday. But girls love that. Even if they haven't been like maybe if they've even posted like twice last week, I would still say, hey, like, you showed up, like, thanks for showing up in the midst of your crazy busy schedule. I'll share something like positive and how they've overcome, hardship and how they're still showing up for their workouts. And I'll just say, help me congratulate Susie on being Challenger of the Week. And people will usually show some love on that post, which will then encourage that girl to continue to show up. So Women Crush Wednesdays / Challenger of the Week has been a really awesome thing for me to do recently. And I've even taken it a step further and shared that same graphic on my Instagram stories. So it shows my followers that, hey, like, girls are showing up in my page, they're putting in the work, and I'm congratulating them and showing them recognition. People love recognition. So the more love you can show them, the better. Thursdays, you could do Thirsty Thursday. You can do Thankful Thursday. You can do like, share something you're thankful for today, share a picture of you and your favorite water bottle for Thirsty Thursday. You could do a challenge like first person to log 3 water bottles today earns a sample of Energize. Fridays, you could do Filter Friday, but I usually try and do a topic on Fridays that revolve around the weekend. So the weekend, people struggle with nutrition. They have questions about treat meals. So usually I will say something like, don't let the weekend be your weekend. Have a plan of attack going into Saturday and Sunday. So for example, I have a event planned where my friends are coming over Saturday night and we're going to be making homemade pizza. So I have planned ahead when one of my treat meals is going to happen. And so I might go to my challenge group and I'll share, hey, when's everyone planning to have their treat meal this weekend? I don't want people to ever feel ashamed or afraid or guilty of enjoying a treat meal or a beer or pizza or an ice cream treat on the weekend, because having that balance is what helps us from depriving ourselves and then wanting to binge later. So I like to encourage treat meals. I like to encourage balance. I like to share when I have a treat meal so that other people get the gist that I still treat myself too. So treat meals, talking about balance, talking about plan of attack for the weekend is always a great topic for Fridays. Okay, other things you could share about in your challenge group is your personal development. So when I first picked up my current book right now is I'm reading Leadership by John C. Maxwell. And that first chapter I read was like chocked full of goodness. And I would get up early in the morning, I'd read my Bible, I'd pick this up, I'd read like 3 paragraphs and something would spark in me and motivate me. And so I immediately would grab my phone in my pajamas and my unattractive self, and I would jump on my challenge group Facebook page and I would go live for 3 minutes and I would share, I read this in my book this morning. It really resonated with me and I felt like it could apply to you guys in this way. And I would even pull out my book and read the quote to them and share how it resonated with me. And then I would apply it to them and their fitness journey or their mindset journey. And I got a lot of good feedback on when I went live those twice in a week. People really enjoyed what I had to say because I'm learning it. We cannot pour into others if we are not being poured into ourselves. So if you're not reading something for personal development, you need to, or else you are going to lose steam. You're not going to know what to share. You're not going to know how to encourage people. So pour into yourself first. So personal development is really huge. You could also challenge your challengers to pick up a personal development book themselves, because ultimately we are here to help others achieve healthier, more fulfilling, confident lives, confident in themselves, and that needs to start in their mindset. Once they can figure out their mindset and start thinking more positively about their own body image and self-worth, usually that will lead to healthier habits in their own physical journey too. So, which will then lead to like them being more confident in themselves, and then they could end up being a really awesome coach. So if you are encouraging them to read personal development, they're already on their way to becoming an awesome potential coach on your team. So personal development is an awesome thing to integrate into your challenge groups. Okay, and I have kind of been failing at this, but it's usually my goal to go live in my challenge groups at least once a week, because I think it's good for my customers to see my face, to hear my voice, to feel my excitement, and just to kind of like feel a little bit more personal and connected with me. So I would challenge you guys to do that as well. Another fun thing that you could do is team challenges. So I know Kylie did this, I think like last year or a while back, is she or anybody could look at your customers in the page and you can team them up in groups of 3. You could partner them up with one other person and do partner challenges. And what different challenges would be like, okay, first team to drink 50 water bottles this week will win a prize. Or first team to overcome 30 excuses wins a prize this week. So 30 excuses would be like, oh, I walked into the break room today and there was birthday cake there and I really wanted it. And instead of like giving in, I overcame it and I said no, and I stuck to my water first, veggies most. And that would be 1 tally because they overcame an excuse. Or, oh, I woke up this morning, I was really tired, had a headache, and I could have hit snooze and kept sleeping, but I decided to get up and get my workout done anyway. That's a tally for overcoming an excuse. So you could kind of figure out a way to keep track of that. Maybe you could have a post that's pinned to the top of the page where people comment below when they overcome an excuse or something. And you could tally that up at the end of the week. There's a lot of different things you could do to help people stay engaged throughout the week. Okay, last idea, which I got a lot of these ideas from the New Leadership Conference, and something that kind of like and occasionally will feel like a burden is posting to the challenge group every day and figuring out what to say, and make sure you like post at a decent time, and it can kind of become burdensome. So if you're a planner, which I'm like not very good at being a planner, but last week I decided instead of posting something on every individual day, I decided to create one graphic for the week. It was in calendar form. I'll actually just pull it up and show you guys, but I did it for the week of Valentine's Day. And I had a challenge for each day of the week. Wow. I'm just going to pull it up for you guys and share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is my challenge group. And I'm going to find it in my announcements tab. So I created this graphic in Canva, I believe. Yes, Canva is a free app. You can either have it on your phone or you can create an account on your computer. And I just created this graphic. So, and I posted it, I think I posted it on Tuesday morning or Monday, I don't remember. But I gave them a challenge to do every single day, and they could, it probably would have been easier. I think for next time, I'll have everybody complete the challenge. And once they've completed the challenge for the day, I'll have them comment in the comments below this specific picture so that it's easier for me to find and keep track of throughout the week. But people loved this challenge. I had people come out of the woodwork to participate in this. And it was easy for me because then I didn't have to get on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have an individual post for every day of the week. I just had this made on Monday. I pinned it to the top of the page in the announcements so that people could see it every morning. And that went over really well. So I think I'm gonna do something like that every other week. I was still showing up as a challenger. I was still posting my sweaty selfies, my Shakeology, my pictures of my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I was still posting that individually. but this graphic saved me a lot of time. And everyone likes to participate when giveaways are involved. So I basically chose 3 different winners who posted all 4 challenges. I picked 3 people, and I'm gonna be sending them. I gave them options. They could either pick from. I had like packets of Energize, I had packets of Recover and Pumpkin Spice Shakeology, and I let them pick what they wanted. So that was fun for them. It was fun for me, and it saved me time. So I'm gonna open this up to the rest of the coaches in this group. Does anyone else have anything kind of unique that they've been doing in their challenge groups or have done in the past that they felt like created good engagement or anything?
I just started doing a team challenge where I paired up each of my girls with each other, and they have to keep each other accountable and post in the group, so that it makes it easier so that I don't have to check in with them individually, because they're checking in with each other, and then at the end of the month their points are tallied together and they win something. I'm not even sure what yet.
So how do they get points?
They get points by posting their workouts in the group, posting a healthy meal. It's easier to track things in the challenge tracker app because you can just go to their individual feed instead of Facebook. And sharing their favorite sample move, drinking Shakeology, and getting their water in.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Awesome. Okay, we have less than a minute. Was there any, I don't see any questions over here. Okay, was this helpful? Give you guys some ideas? Okay. All right, that's all I had to share tonight. Let's grab a quick boomerang and then y'all can go about your evenings. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, thanks for being on tonight, guys, and we'll see you next week.